Life has many storms, many mountains to climb. Even your worst problems get easier with time. With every sunset, it's a door closing, time to reset. Sunrises birth new days, new opportunities to be blessed. Climbing that mountain can feel so lonely, dark, and long. You just have to hold on, keep chugging, remain strong. All of your struggles make you the person you are today, prepping you for life to help another in disarray. We are all messengers, soldiers, given all the tools we need, finding lost souls, broken hearts, and fighting the greed. Broken people help broken people every day. God has prepared you in every way. Climb that mountain, get back on your feet. You could be the difference in someone's life. You could help them make it complete. Rise, warriors, be brave. You have lives to save.
No! Oh my gosh, my arm. No, get away! Get away! Get away! Go! Go! No! No, stop! I'm sorry for putting the collar on. He's not even growling, he's just attacking me. My arm is all stretched.
Shelby, you be mean.
Stop getting close.
Shelby, how you be mean?
Why does it come up?
Hello, good afternoon. It's actually like supper time now. So I got a new job, and I'm pretty sure there's Walmarts everywhere. So I think you all will know what I'm talking about when I say I work at Walmart. I work at our local Walmart now. I just got done with all of the orientation stuff, which is pretty much like 6 hours straight of looking at a screen and going through like all the safety stuff and learning about the job. I'm going to be a personal shopper. So I only got like an hour in today of actually learning how to personal shop. But I could tell you, I think it's going to be pretty fun. I don't like that you get timed, but I understand it. So, with my last job, it didn't work out, and I worked for, furniture sales, for a local family business. It didn't pay enough. I kept waiting for a raise. I was there for 7 months, and they kept saying they were going to give me a raise, and they weren't. They kept saying they were going to give me commission, but they wasn't. And I'm like, this is getting me nowhere. I just kind of felt stuck, and it was like a dead-end job, really. I plan to eventually open up a campground. So that'll be fun. You guys I want to take you guys along, and you guys will see the whole process from buying the land to building the land. We're going to eventually build our house on the campground property, and it's going to be an earthen home. So I have a lot of stuff planned for the future, and everything is starting to get back on track, and it looks like I'm starting to see the light. We have a bright future ahead for all of us. Today in the chaos, we are making things happen. Decided to move around the living room and didn't even record how much stuff was under the couch. Here's literally just, watch out, Ann, just the remnants. So in the transformation of this house, right now this is the living room. Okay. But once we, I don't know, Well, you guys know how it goes. Stuff happens. So we'll just say this. Whenever we get the time and the money, this wall's going to be ripped out. And that is an old gas line because there used to be a wood stove here, and then there was a furnace. Behind, I think, this picture, there's a hole that goes to the chimney. So yeah, anyway, all of this will be tore out, and this whole thing will be the kitchen, because in here is the kitchen. So imagine this whole wall is gone. This will be a big kitchen. It's kind of going to be a kitchen / dining room area. And then, so far, I'm thinking I'm going to leave this bedroom. I'm kind of embarrassed to even show you because it hasn't been vacuumed. But that bedroom and then my bedroom will be the kids' bedroom. And then we pan around here. The mound of clothes, ignore them. Out here, going out that door, is where we're going to have an addition put on. So this whole wall will be gone. And then in the back, we're going to add my new master bedroom, and then one more bedroom, and then a living room. Since I have 4 kids, I know that I'm hopefully gonna have like a big family with grandkids one day. So if I'm still here, I want to be able to have a big spot for my kids, my grandkids, to all get together.
Grandkids?
Eventually, baby.
We're gonna still be your kids.
Of course you're gonna be my kid, but you're gonna have kids and they're gonna be my grandbabies.
Well, I'm not having any kids.
Okay. Well, you'll have puppies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be your grandpa.
My grandpuppies. Still have to have lots of room for them.
They'll have a little bed. Grandpuppies?
Yeah, she's not having kids. She's having grandpuppies.
Oh. I don't want kids.
So that's what's been going on over here at Seasons of Life.
Stop.
Good morning. So I came out here and I finally paid attention to my garden, and I began putting my beds away for the winter in hopes that over the winter they will be restored for this coming up spring, because this year my garden has not been the best. Hello, garden cats. There's Tappy and April. So as I've said, my soil has not been the best this year. And I've also told you I feel like this garden is a really good representation of where my mind is at and where my happiness level is, because you know, the garden is usually as happy as the gardener. So I feel like this year it has been a lot happier than last year, and that is the same with me. So next year I have hopes that it's going to be spectacular, because things are looking up. Hi, Taps. Tappy just walked over all of my lavender hedge that I recently mulched. I'm going to be coming through and mulching all of this too. I staked up my peach trees. So essentially this whole flower bed here, I don't know if you can see it, but I have asparagus in there. So my hope is that all the asparagus will just naturalize in this whole area. And then I'm gonna come along with annuals in the front next year, like maybe Super Tunia bubblegum. Here are my peaches. I straightened them up. I just made it so their central leader is straight. And once it actually starts growing straight, I could take that out. And I'm gonna trim down these branches really short so that these could bulk up and get heavy. And I'm just gonna prune these to be really small peach trees. Let's see where I have my lavender and stuff here. I'm gonna move those because I'm gonna put some little walking pavers right here. This is going to be a walkway to my little sitting spot over there. Look at all of Skylar's marigolds. They look great. My grasses have grown at least 2 feet since I planted them. This will all be like a little room eventually, and I'm so excited for that. Like even my zinnias, the soil out here is just lacking a lot of nutrients. My arborvitaes will eventually grow up because these aren't the small ones, these are the really tall ones. So they will grow really tall, but I'm going to trim them to about a 6 or 7 foot hedge. Get this little watermelon. There's no chance in getting a watermelon out of it, but it tried. A little too late. So these 4 beds are for my flowers. I think I'm going to plant all chamomile in here for next year. So how I put my garden beds to sleep was I got some of my chicken manure from when Skylar cleaned out the chicken coop. I spread a layer of that over it, and then I had a layer of mulch that I put over top of that, just this kind of stuff. And then I had old straw that I had, and I put that over it. And I'm going to be putting cardboard down the walking rows. So I have these 3 garden beds put to sleep. That last one I didn't have enough straw, so I just covered it with extra mulch. I'm probably going to put a little bit heavier mulch on it because I can still see some green coming through. And the idea is to smother out all the green so that all that organic matter goes back into the soil. And what this is doing is causing a nice habitat to form so that you get all your beneficial earthworms and other bugs like roly-polies and things to come in your garden. So then throughout the winter and the rest of this season, till it gets cold, they can be building that soil health. Because these beds are horrible. I mean, this was all barren, just grass. There was cactus growing up in here. So these are my sweet potatoes. I mean, look at my tomatoes. My peppers. I got ghost peppers. Oh my gosh, I have a pepper. This might be my jalapeno. That's the only pepper. Oh, another one. These are probably really hot. I probably shouldn't touch them. Those are the only 2 peppers that I have. I'm pretty sure my truck driver for my garbage disposal is gonna back up all the way to my house. Maybe not. Well, I think he is. Well, I had to make that request because they were turning around in my driveway and they were leaving huge ruts in my driveway. Garden kitty. Doesn't even faze her. She's like, nope, I don't care. I am cleaning myself. As I was saying, my tomatoes have taken a hit because of the poor soil nutrients. But look at this bunch of tomatoes. Oh my glorious. Goodness, they look great. But the rest of them look so sad. Like at the old house, they would have been clear up here. And that was the plan. Because these are all big tomatoes. These are like the big slicers. You can kind of see it with this one. It's supposed to be a big slicer, but it should be like the size of my hand. And my green beans, they didn't do great either. Like for some reason, this is the only patch that did something. The rest of them did nothing. So I got 4 more beds that I have to put to bed for the winter. And I've also been putting my grass clippings. So I go through and I cut all the grass with my push mower. And then I sprinkle it throughout the beds. And then I cover that with my mulch. So that adds the organic matter. I want to grow cover crops, and then I can break those down and put them in there, but I have to buy the seed first. So I might still do that if I have enough time. But yeah, next year, I think this will look great. Also, I'm not a big fan of grass. I like mowing grass, and I like how it looks tidy. So this is going to be like my only true grass strip in my garden, besides the pathway under the archway going towards Shane's house. And then on this side of it, going this way, I'm going to have my greenhouse. I'm going to have some more garden beds that mirror this side. And I think I'm going to put 2 archways in the center and line those with like twinkle lights and grow like cucumbers and stuff on them throughout the year. I think that would be pretty, because I want to figure out some kind of really pretty lighting to do out here for nighttime enjoyment. But yeah, I hate having tons of grass. I feel like it's a waste, honestly. So all of this will be garden out there. My chickens are going to take a big chunk of this out here. That big bush is, my chickens are going to have a run all around that. Probably out to like right here. I mean, this will be grass, my dad's whole area that we need to get cleaned up. I'm gonna mulch all the way around my apple trees in here. And then where the sticks are, I got my elderberries planted. Mind the traffic. And then I have to clean up the center and do a bunch of stuff in there. I'm gonna transplant my roses and put those over there. That's gonna be at the end of this. So I got the wisteria here, and I'm gonna have roses down there. But that's the garden update for today. I'm going for an interview here in a little bit. Pretty excited because it's a career-changing interview. Working with autistic children. So fingers crossed that I get that job. Besides my garden, I think this is my favorite part of the yard. It's so pretty at nighttime because I have my twinkle lights all strung up. The plan for this is for all of this to be better mulched. And I'm going to have a flower bed that goes all the way around. I'm going to do a privacy fence all the way from there to right down here. This is just temporary. And there's my big mulch pile. If you guys don't remember, that's from that tree being cut down. It's been so great. Does it look fancy? No. I could grind it up to make it look better, and I could even dye it if I wanted to, but I don't. I'm more about letting it be natural. And I've talked to Dad about giving him like part of that backyard so he can take care of that, but we haven't gotten that far yet. I've been working too much to get that far. I can only do this stuff on my days off. It makes it really hard. Going from being a stay-at-home mom to having all kinds of time to working full-time and being a mom, it's really hard to get stuff done. You really have to just like stay persistent.